That's from right now.
There we go. Hey, we're back here with the Kings at the table. We had to call this meeting, man. We got so much going on in the world, and Coach Smith and I, he hit me up. We got the Breonna Taylor situation going on. We got online learning. We got so much going on. We can't say the world, man. We can't say the world, man. What we about to do, Coach, man? What's up, man? What's up?
I mean, the thing with us is, right, the first thing we have to realize, man, is we're not creating no laws, right? We're not the ones who put laws into place. So when you look at the Breonna case, Taylor, right, if you're looking at by the letter of the law, nobody on either side of the door is in the wrong. Because by the letter of the law, these people have a no-knock warrant, right? So they thinking of the only time you get a no-knock warrant is in one of the most strenuous type situations.
Right.
So as soon as a gunshot comes out of that place where they were doing it,
they loading it up.
No knock, you know what I mean? That is, we know what's finna happen from the other side.
Load it up.
That's how it goes. So who we supposed to really be upset with is the people who signed the no-knock warrant.
Right.
Because the other people aren't doing anything but their job once they're in that situation.
It could have been kids in there sleeping in the bed.
And that's why
they would have shot kids sleep in the bunk beds.
The people who signed this no-knock warrant, you're supposed to ask all of these questions. Are they known to have kids there? Is this going on there? Is this going on there? Now, what I try to explain to my people, because, I like to have people see both sides of the situation.
Yes, sir.
So if I have a daughter, say my daughter, she's 21, 22, whatever. She has a boyfriend or something who's done beat her up real bad.
Right.
So now I go to his house to talk to him. We know most likely I'm going with my gun in hand. And when I knock on his door, if before he starts opening the door, he starts shooting out the door at me, what is my natural reaction going to be?
To pop back.
So when I'm looking at these police officers, how am I going to ask them to do something that I wouldn't ask myself not to do?
Right.
And
sent them? Whoever sent them to the crib
is who has to answer
to that.
Yes.
Because first off, unless, and we have to think about this, who are we sending into our communities and how are they trained? Mm-hmm. If you are sending individuals who don't have the proper training and the sensitivity and the cultural competency training to go into a situation, they're going to blow the whole spot up, man.
But when you think about it, right? If you're the lawyer of these police officers, you're basically telling the powers that be that sign these warrants and things, if you put me in jail and stuff, I'm coming to sue you. Right. Because all I did was the job that you set forth for me to go and do.
Man, and once they heard pop, pop, they shot pop, pop. Killed the girl in the bed.
Up higher was like, we can't put these people in jail. We can't charge them with these things.
And they're not
going to fall back on us.
Yep. And they know they wrong.
Yeah.
They know they wrong.
It's everybody CYA right now. They covering your ass. Everybody cover your ass. Okay. So if we say that it shouldn't have been a no-knock warrant, or it shouldn't have, first off, now you done canceled no-knock warrant. You done gave Breonna Taylor's family $12 million for wrongful death, but you ain't charged nobody with a wrongful death.
So they gave the guy something for shooting through the drywall.
Yeah, wanton charge, like basically wanton. Yeah,
WATON, wanton.
Yes, like that.
I saw that First time I ever seen that shit was in the Bible.
Listen, man, listen. So you mean to tell me you're going to charge for bullets going in other people's apartment, but not at this innocent lady? That's what I can't under. The thing about America, man, I'm in the middle of reading a book called Caste, and
C-A-S-T? Caste, like the
C-A-S-T-E.
caste.
And it's basically, in India, it still ran off the caste system.
Oh, yeah. I took that in college. Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
So America masks their caste system with race. You feel me? Like the caste system in America is based off of race.
Yeah.
That's why we have people who immigrated here who, regardless of being German or Dutch or Russian or whatever, you come over here and say you white, you already in the top class of the people here in America.
Right,
you might have
right.
left where you was at as a second-class citizen. But as soon as you step in America and you have the color of skin, which I call the complexion for the connection, you're going to get, everything that you need.
Hey, the word race, and we're going to have Dr. Claude Anderson on here. The word race comes from Portugal and other countries racing to Africa to strip them from their resources. So race was about finance and money. Until it got to America, race is based on color.
Well, the only reason race is based on color in America was because when they did the slavery system, the easiest way for, I can't go and have white slaves because if they escape, they could basically blend in with everybody else. And you know what I mean? How I'm gonna get them back? I get this certain color of people.
Yeah,
Everybody know you ain't supposed to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it started here.
Absolutely. So the race originally was about everybody racing to strip Africa from its natural resources, diamonds, gold, race. It was a race that was created. So then once it got here, it just got so changed up.
Can you tell me what
the Catholic Church was heavy too in that, man.
But what? Oh, come on. We ain't gonna listen, man. We're not gonna get into it.
No. I coach at the Catholic Church.
Yes, man. But the Catholic Church
was
is
heavy.
one of the biggest criminal organizations.
Man.
Period.
They know. Hey, I'm praying for them. But they know.
Yes. Anytime
slavery was heavy.
Well, anytime you kind of baby a culture of molesting little boys and things like that, that's a diabolical system, man. Like, there's no way. First off, when I was reading the Bible, the people who were trying to be celibate and things like that had to be castrated. Because we know as the flesh, there's no way that we can tell ourselves that we're going to abstain from anything.
No, you're trying to screw. You're trying to pump and bump. Pumps in the bump.
This is what the human body did like that.
MC Hammer.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we lust, man. That's
what pumps in the bump.
No way you gonna tell me that I'm gonna be celibate. I ain't gonna sleep with nobody. All right. Okay. That's why you go and do a lot of study on the Catholic Church. You're gonna see how many of these priests were using the nuns. We're doing it's a whole corrupt system, man.
They know it. And they know, and I'm not hating on good people that come from that culture.
No, it's good. Listen,
but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. If the truth gonna get you mad today, it's all right. It's saying that you realize that if you study throughout history, when you watch the one movie when they kicked the boy into the 300. The
movie 300, yeah.
Oh, and he kicked the dude into the little dip he did do. He was like, man, y'all. He told him, you sleep with boys. He was saying that you created and manipulated a system. If you use religion in any form or fashion to rule people to get what you want and manipulate them, you a fucking devil, bro. So that's why we gotta be above religion.
But that's my point. This is why I get so upset with my black churches, man. Because black churches have been in the neighborhood forever. The neighborhoods ain't changed. Because how much money is that black church investing back into that neighborhood? You feel what I mean? When I read the Bible and things, tithing was for people to bring the gift to the people who didn't have.
Right.
Now you tithing the gift to the pastor. So now the pastor has 5 cars and this big house and these things, but half his congregation can't pay their light bill.
And giving their light money
for tithing. And this is my point. And now you basically shaming these people into giving you their money. Like the greatest scam ever was for them to send a collection plate around, but then send you home and tell you to go pray for what you need. Like, whoa.
Oh man.
You can't pray for what you need? I gotta give you my money.
Been there before.
Man. So, and I want to know, what natural resource does the United States of America have?
Man, you know what? We have, if they understand, if they tap into the creator of the heavens and the earth, the Lord Almighty has given us all things. So,
but we don't have no gold. We don't have no diamond.
Hey, look at this.
We don't have none of the things.
It's here. It's here. It's a lot of stuff in this dirt where we live. Man, California is burning up. Louisiana, Mississippi, Biloxi, Florida, storms are coming from all over the earth. When your attitude is not good, the world is going to, man, the earth is going to crush you, bro. It's fires.
But that's here in the United States. We could go to places I could go to Greenland and Finland and Ireland. Ain't nothing going on. They live it like, see, we make it so that, like the TV here in America, the news got us believing we so center of everything. Man, we a small part of what's going on in the human race, man.
But you know what? Our attitude is crushing our environment.
But the rest of the world going without us.
They cool.
First off, right now, my little brother lives in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Right now, they're already in Saturday. They already gone. Like, we act like we run, like they already be through with their day, nigga. We just started. Like, how we supposed to be the money capital, but this place is already getting done with their money day before we even start ours? Like, what, huh? That don't make, like, come on, I ain't that goddamn dumb now. Come on,
man. We play too much, man. We play.
Like, dude, the lies you tell me, man, ain't making no sense, man. When you start picking up,
I don't even want to hear. Hey, it's so sad, man. You know, and I work in a school, man. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I went into the classroom. They showed us Greek guys, and no disrespect. I know y'all gonna play this. No black inventors. No black. Do you know we created a lot? So I got a video. I said you need to show this. Not during black. We created everything.
But listen, man, just have common sense, okay? When you have a cotton gin machine, who you think the slave master is trying to make the work less harder
Easy
for them?
No, he wasn't.
So just have common sense when you're thinking about it. They creating things to make their job easier.
Yeah.
All the inventions and things came from people who were trying to make
were doing the work.
Like, it ain't that hard. Like, but people want to make it seem like it's that hard. It's not that hard, man.
Right.
Listen, man. the number one problem in America, right? And it was the biggest scam ever ran, is when they said they abolished slavery, okay? When they abolished slavery, they basically took slavery out of individuals' hands and put it into the hands of states. So when you read the 13th Amendment and it tells you that we abolish slavery except in the form of punishment for a crime, when you are basically the punishment for the crime is now you're awarded to who?
The state.
The state. Okay?
You awarded the state.
So now they created a whole new slave system because our country works best off free labor.
Right.
So it's more people in the prison system today. You could just take the black people. It is more black people in prison today than it was in slavery at its highest point.
And that's not okay. Therefore, I'm in the educational system. I was about to quit my job today only because if I went there today and it's so many kids on medicine, they get medicine and they got a 504 plan. They got medicines that they're taking and they're saying that, well, we have to do this because this kid has ADD. Or so Marco Morgan, the Morgan family that played at Akron, we hooped a couple weeks ago. When I said, how many of you have been suspended at least 4 to 5 times? The hands went up. When a youth jail in the river. How many of you take medicine? The hands went up. How many of you, boom, boom, boom. I ran out every dynamic that has socialized and traced you and socially engineered you to be in here today. Mm-hmm. You've been socially engineered to be in your place.
Listen, man, I tell everybody, me being from Detroit, I was raised to be an animal. Okay, when I went in stores, it was all bulletproof glass. You had to talk to everybody behind bulletproof glass. You had to spin your stuff around at the stores to get it. Excuse me. When you went into the bank, it's all bulletproof glass. On your house, you got bars, but people can't break in. It's like you basically raising an animal.
Yes.
I came to Tampa. First time I walk in the bank, I'm like, y'all ain't got no bulletproof glass? Y'all ain't worried about getting robbed? Because
right.
that's the mentality that you done basically raised me with. They
right.
look like, are you gonna rob us? Like they ain't thinking about that. That's what you thinking about.
Yeah, man.
And it
yeah,
makes
man.
your mind, man.
Man, that institutional racism. And then when I went to work today, I'm so glad our organization knew that the kid that said what he said, if they would have tried to keep him in school, I was going to leave the school I was in because you're creating a criminal. You're developing. I'm not going to support the development of institutionalized, computerized person that you feel that can go through this. And then we can talk right now. We don't have enough teachers and cultural competent individuals that stand up. And you know what happened? He took over Jackson State, man. That's cool. What's his name?
Dion.
Yeah. That was cool. If you're gonna make that comfortable to do, it don't matter. Wherever you are, thrive. What I'm saying is, if your curriculum is not showing Black people inventing, creating, if you're gonna start with slavery, man, super soakers, Black people. Comfortable shoes, Black people. Stop signs, refrigeration, Black people. Open heart surgery, Black people. Going to the moon, all the stuff they start to show, you've taken that. Don't teach these other people in our schools, and you got a whole bunch of Black children.
But see, this is once again what we got to realize now. This is how they want their country ran, right? The Indians knew that the white people would never tell their story how they wanted it told. So the only way that I can get my story told is for you to give me my sovereignty. But basically, you give me on my own land, I could basically have my own police, my own schooling, my own health care, my own everything. Because as long as the white man is the person telling our story, we think he's gonna tell it the way we want to hear it. And that's been my point about the Bible my whole life. Do I believe that the man who is enslaving me is gonna give me a book that's gonna basically give me all the tools to become what I want to be? Like that just sounds counterproductive to me, man.
Right. And it's so sad that they use the Bible in that way. And I've seen the Bible used in another way that it's sad. They rape the Bible. They rape the Bible. They rape the Bible, man. They take because only because
it's like with the 13th Amendment. When they wrote that, they never thought black people would get educated enough to basically say, how did you say you abolished slavery, but you got accept in the damn amendment that you said you abolished slavery in? When they wrote it during that time, black people too non-educated to really realize what was wrote in that statement.
They call it a peculiar institution, man.
Man, like I said, it's like the only people you can't talk about in America. Do you know who the only people you can't talk about?
Jews.
You feel me? So now, when you go and ask a Jewish person, right? Because I ask all Christians about us finding out that the letter J came into our alphabet in the 1500s.
Yeah.
Right. So your name is, Yehoshua, Yeshua. They got all type of names. But what was a Jewish person called? That's a J too. Now, what would they call? Yahuish? What did they? Nobody ever has an answer for that. Nobody ever gives me an answer for that one.
Man, the only thing I can say right now is, as far as I'm concerned, the weapons of warfare that I've had to deal with, I think they read the book wrong, but it's a spiritual war that took place, man.
No, I believe they basically depicting it wrong. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whoever wins the war gets to depict it how they want to depict it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like we could you could understand the premise of the book. The stories and things in the book, you can understand what they're trying to get at in the book. You get what I mean? Now the literal stories of the book, it's some sneaky stuff going on there.
Man, listen.
When you got all these Americanized names in the damn book, and this book was supposed to be written 1,000
Well, they flipped the names.
Ago.
What they did was they flipped the names.
And that's my point. So there's some shady stuff going on here.
Yeah, but the great thing about it is when you're in your spiritual war, when you gotta cast out a demon, and we live, when you gotta thrive through the spirit or the Most High God, it's different. These people don't know. They were religious, but they're not spiritual. But
that's the problem with most people. Most people want a relationship with the church more than a relationship with God.
Right.
And that's where the separation comes. You don't have to even be in a church to have a relationship with God.
No, you're right.
People have basically took it to where if you're not in church on Sunday or you're not doing it this way, first off, if you're supposed to be this religious person, don't they say there's only one person who can judge?
Man, one.
So for people to go around looking at somebody else to look at their faults, you're in the wrong in that. But that's how every Christian or whoever if they are holier than thou, that's how they walk around.
They're done.
They walk around looking at, you know what I mean? Like,
they're done.
If you think that's the way life goes.
Man, they're done. And then when anybody argues with me about that, until you get a point where you see God face to face, the Creator face to face, man, I'll throw my Bible in the trash.
But it's
because
like
when you know the Creator yourself, when you got that relationship, it's over, man. It's
and that's what most
you can
people
rise and conquer. You can
Yes.
rise and conquer. And then all these racist people out here, they haven't loved God enough, man. They haven't seen Him, bro.
And they want, but this is what most Christians want me to believe. That you the only day that y'all the same is on Sunday. Because when I go to these all white racist churches, they praising the same Jesus that you praise.
Yeah.
So tell me why Jesus ain't touched their heart to knock none of this heart and the hate out of them. As soon as something happened over here, you say, oh, God is good. Oh, God, like, so you saying that God is doing this, but God ain't touched these racists over here. Not one time to touch their heart or nothing, man.
Hey, man, one time this cop gonna tell me, I was like, man, sir, I was in college. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He said, I said, man, why are you treating me this way? True story. He gonna tell me that God told you to obey the laws of the land. And after he did what he did to me, I know a lot of good cops. I went in the house. I was swinging like Boys in the Hood. Where was that? I was in the house. I was mad. I was mad. Like, listen, I was like,
you know, that's one of the funniest, corniest scenes in a hood movie. That looked like that was supposed to be in Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood. Like, that's what that scene looked like, man.
Man, I told him, look, he said, hey, you need to obey the laws of the land. I'm like, man, show me where I can have my bike on the street. And you're telling me to put my bike on the sidewalk. And he flexed his authority. But anyways, those moments in which you feel that kind of way, bro, and you looking at that guy in his eyes, man, and you don't know what kind of man that is, and he's an animal, and he's gonna treat you like that. And I'm a student, and this is before all the things was happening like this going on right now at Yonah Street. Curtis, he told me to be quiet. I was quiet. Well, how do you bounce back from just being treated so irregular and still have to say, I'm gonna let this happen to me? You got raped, basically. You got punished for nothing, and now you got to go into the world and still show your face and disrespect it. Oh my God, bro. And I'm like, man, and it happened to me. It was cool. And you know, I told a lot of my officer friends what happened. He knew that was wrong, man. But you're trying to flex on me because you just want to be powerful.
But listen, Mark.
You a beta male. You a beta male.
White people in America was raised to believe you're less than them. That's just a fact. We go back and look at pictures of black people hanging
from trees
and all these white people standing around. You got kids around, all this, standing around the hanging, and now they're your senators because we don't have any term limits on Senate seats. So now you got people in their 80s who basically thought you were supposed to be 3/5 of a human deciding your life today. So for you talking about the Mitch McConnells, the Lindsey Grahams, these people, they don't look at black people as even.
No.
They were raised by their family to look at you as less than them.
Right. You're an animal. You're a breeder.
That's how in America, the landscape of America was really put to bear the last two presidents. Okay? Obama had to be the cleanest cut person that damn near ever ran for president. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Harvard, same wife, been through all the steps of the political to get to that. Donald Trump, on his fourth wife or something, filed bankruptcy 4-5 times, got 23 sexual assault claims against him, and he could become president. If that was a black man, you ain't even getting on the ballot. Like, it was, like that's the difference in America, and they can't understand it, man.
Nah, man. That's privilege, man. They know that. He out there talking that, man. He reeling them guys in. Yeah, hey, man, they know better than that.
This man
What he
got
talking about?
$400 million from his family, Mark. Can you
Man.
imagine if somebody like Jay-Z would have started with $400 million, where he would be? But we don't look at Jay-Z as no great businessman, even though he went from slanging rocks to $1 billion. We look at Donald Trump as a great businessman who had $400 million and filed bankruptcy all this
And
time.
they still hit on Jay. Why? Why they hitting on Jay, man? They try to put him in so many controversies.
Like, first off, because it's like with LeBron. What the hell can you not like LeBron for? His hairline. Like, to make the nigga cut his hair. That's the only thing you can talk about. Like, the man don't do nothing wrong, man.
Man, he don't do shit. He just trying to help everybody.
Yes, that's like, what I don't get it. Like, the man, because he lose? Like, look, wins and losses don't feed kids.
Man,
Okay?
but his numbers are high, man.
But ask any kid in Chicago how many meals they got off Jordan rings. Now, Jordan could have fed him off his money. His rings ain't gave him nothing. Rings don't feed no kids, man.
Hey, I don't think Jordan did a whole bunch in Chicago, bro, as far as like LeBron did in Akron.
No, you know that.
Huh?
No. Because first off,
no,
it wasn't fashionable.
No.
LeBron made giving fashionable. So
Yes.
now everybody does it. But before LeBron was doing it, everybody wasn't doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I tell people all the time, Jalen Rose had a school in Detroit before LeBron James had a school.
Okay.
But all Jalen Rose kids don't go to college for free.
Hell no. Let me ask you this. What was the name of Jalen Rose's school?
The Jalen Rose Academy.
Ain't nobody going to school for free.
And you know what I mean? Ain't nobody going to college for free.
Hell no.
So what LeBron did was he seen what Jalen did, but I'm going to take it a little further. I'm going to get a school, and then if you go here, you also going to go to school for free.
Man, LeBron just built a place where if you go to my school and you're homeless,
you ain't got nowhere to stay. Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
And Romeo on our team too. Romeo Travis is on our team. Romeo's on our team too, bro.
Yeah.
Romeo, I talked to Romeo. Romeo's a good dude. He doesn't want to be in the spotlight like LeBron. He's still a professional player. He on our team too. No pub, just doing the right thing, bro. No pub.
The people, when I talk to kids, I always tell them, the judge of somebody's character is what you do when nobody's watching.
That's integrity.
You feel what I mean?
That's integrity.
Like if I could be the fakest person around all day, you think I'm the greatest person in the age, I go home, I beat my wife, I beat my kids. Like you're not the person you're portraying to be.
Full
What
of shit.
you do in the dark will always come to light, man.
Yeah. So let's see what we got. We talked about Breonna.
We still ain't talked about these parents beating their kids' ass, man, and during this quarantine, man. That's what we ain't talking about, man.
Yeah, that's our next thing, right?
This online learning causing damn child abuse hotlines to jump off the chain, man. That's what we ain't talking about yet.
That's our next one, man.
They out here, man. People going
Hey,
crazy, man.
you gotta respect your teachers. Now, hey, now they love their teachers. They're like, oh,
every parent.
Hey, they're like, oh,
Teacher always talking about my kid the bad one. Yeah, I bet you don't say that no more.
no, they ain't gonna say that no more. Hey, they love their teachers now.
It's like, that's what the hell your teacher was talking about with your little bad ass.
Little badass. Oh, hey, you know that boy. You sent that boy in that school. You know you sent that little bad motherfucker.
Listen, man. Listen.
Hey, I cuss it. I don't even care.
Listen.
God is good.
Listen.
Hey, they done sent these kids in this school.
The key is this, man. When you use any words in malicious intent, that's when the word is bad. People want to call a word bad and you use it to express it. No, when you using it with malicious intent, right? A female dog is called a bitch. But if you walk around and call a woman a bitch, then you basically, that's a bad word. Right. So a word can be used as being bad, but it ain't, you know what I mean? We put too much emphasis on stuff that ain't really that important, man.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like we'll beat the shit out of our kid for saying something bad, but we ain't even mad that they done failed every damn test they done took in school. Like, like that ain't really adding up to me, man. Like, wouldn't I rather have a 4.0 a kid who cuss like a sailor, or would I rather have a dummy who don't cuss? I don't get it. Like, tell me which one is better, man.
They acting silly, man. They know what's up. They know what's up.
Now
they know.
The online learning. Okay, let me tell you, because I'm a homeschooler. Okay, so the thing you have to do is, hopefully it's two parents. That's the first key. Okay, hopefully it's two parents. Because even the homeroom teacher and all that have other classes that the kids go to give you a little break, a little, time off.
Right.
So my wife is basically the arts teacher, or anything that got to do with drawing and these things, and taking videos. That's when my wife is involved. That gives me a break. But if you gonna be the parent and you working and you doing this, yeah, man, you might want to send your kid back to school in a half.
Oh man,
send him
put him in that COVID. Hey, you better put him in that COVID. You better get a mask.
Yeah, you better go for it. If you at home working and got to deal with your kid and up, man, that's gonna be stressful, man.
Send him in that COVID. Come on in.
I'm retired and still it gets stressful, man. So I can imagine somebody working.
Man, and they beat their kids. They beat them so bad.
I know they beating them.
They beating them, man. They think their kids are supposed to know, man. They think their kids supposed to know everything, man.
And that's the problem. We put our kids on such a pedestal. We think our kids are the smartest in the world. Then we come home and find out they ain't dumber than a box of rocks, and we want to beat on them. No, man, just work with the kid, man. You want the teacher to work with them, but as soon as you got to work with them, it's an issue.
Oh, and they cuss them out. They cuss the teachers out so bad. They cussing us out.
This teacher ain't no good. My kid ain't learning nothing.
Hey, now you got your kid. You got to teach your own kid.
Not what you said about the teacher, because you the damn teacher. Your kid still ain't learning nothing. The kid still bad as hell. Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with the teacher. It got something to do with your ass.
Man, mental health. Man, mental health. Your mental health, man. You done made a baby by somebody that just don't know. I
told you, man. In the last show we did together, man, I told you, you have to vet these women, right? Big ass, big titties, don't mean have a baby, all right? Because you don't know her uncle basically is in the halfway house, the crazy ward over here. You don't know what's going on, man. Make sure you do your vet. Okay? That's all I want them to do. Don't end up with a baby who you wondering why they got a learning disability. Then you go and meet all our other side of the family and all of this stuff. That's your fault, man.
Yeah, man. We can't play with this. Man, because you might create somebody that might have officer's knee on your neck or you get shot and killed. If you telling me that if we don't correct these kids, they will go to jail, or they will have a knee on their neck, or we are in prevention. We're in a system where we're trying to stop all this bullshit from happening, man.
But the key is this: when we go back to that 13th Amendment, a lot of this stuff is manufactured. So regardless of what we do with helping kids and raising kids, they still gonna take some of ours away from us to keep their system going. Like regardless, like when you look in the judge who was in Pennsylvania, who was sending the kids to the juvenile centers and all that for money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that guy, I remember him.
So it's like that ain't, we think that's just a one-off case? We believe he the only person that was doing this?
Man,
like,
that's still, man.
We got too many court systems across this country to believe that we don't have rotten ones who basically feeding these prison systems. Like, period, man. So regardless of what we do, if we don't get this 13th Amendment changed, all the footwork we do, they still gonna be taking us by the wayside, man. Still.
Man. All right, man. Let me see how much time we got left, man. Well, how we gonna close? How we closing tonight? How we gonna close, man?
Well, I would tell people on the Breonna Taylor situation, we gotta fight in a different way. You know what I mean? The laws is what the laws is. It's kind of, counterproductive what we're doing. We have to fight going forward. We're fighting something that we can't win when the laws is what they is. We have to get laws changed, like they changed the no-knock law. They changed these things. So that's what we have to work towards. We can't waste our time on stuff that's all, what they tell you can't cry over spilled milk. That's
right.
Right. We can't let this be a roadblock for it, because Breonna Taylor's family got $12 million. So basically, we're not saying that money can replace her, but the family can move forward.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know they got 12 million, man.
Yeah.
12 million?
Yeah. They got 12 million in the wrongful death lawsuit. So that's my point about how you gonna pay them for wrongful death, but who you said was how did she wrongfully die? You know what I mean?
Man.
That's my point about it.
12 million?
12 million. So
and they out there marching, and she got 12 million.
That's my point. You got people out here protesting, risking losing their life and their jobs and these things.
And she got 12 million, bro.
You know what I mean? That's like when people always ask me about Colin Kaepernick getting back in the league. I say I was all for it before he got the settlement. Once he took the settlement, that means you good. If you good, what am I like? What am I out here fighting for you for? Once you tell me you good, I ain't no need for me to fight for you no more.
Damn, man.
Family accepted the $12 million settlement.
Wow.
That changes everything. Now you basically have said that whatever, this is done. That's all done.
Wow. Wow.
So.
Wow, man. I didn't know that, bro. 12 million.
Yep.
That's why it softened up. Once you get 12 million, your parents out there talking about, can we all just get along?
Yeah. And that's the point. If they can get out there and say that, then who am I? How am I going to fight harder for your daughter than you are? If you were able to be bought off, what I'm supposed to basically now risk losing my job, not being able to feed my family because it's like that, it don't work that way. If we're going to go out here and stand side by side together, I'm willing to do it with you. But if you're going to be taking money over here and you're going to be all right when it's all over, that's kind of a shady situation, man.
Yeah, man, it is, y'all. We've seen that happen. So, man, Coach Dwight, thanks for tonight. That's great information. We'll close the deal.
Okay, man. Peace to you, brother. As
man,
always.
You too, man. We'll be back. We're going to be back, man.
Yes, sir, man. Have a good one, brother.
You too, man. We about to get Michelle Obama on this.
That's what I need it.
Oh, we're going to see Michelle in a minute.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.